I'm glad to be free, but I'm sorry that so many natives had to die. I wish there could have been a less violent solution. The Urshamash are a fascinating people. It's like they've taken all of our values and turned them on their heads, and then shrunk them. Yes, those babbling heads are more than a little revolting, but the natives have their reasons for that too. I apologize. It's been a trying day and I ramble.
Is it true? Can you get us out of the swamp?
Indeed. I never thought studying old dwarven lore would turn me into such a valuable instrument of war. That certainly wasn't my intention. Lord Devonsey is a good friend. He would not have left me, even if I didn't have my magic. But now that I'm free, I should be able to fashion a bridge of mud and roots. It's a bit larger than anything I've done before, but I'll manage.
The sooner we can leave this swamp, the better. Can you raise the land bridge soon?
As soon as we return to the camp. I'm sure we'll be moving out soon.
I must be off. My road takes me to Stonebridge.
Indeed. We are all in your debt. These are troubling times, but your actions remind me of kinder days. Days when the Legion and the Crown served one another. May we meet again.
A missionary from the Azunite Church. What is she doing here?
So you're the one who led the attack. Was it worth it? I can only hope that the lives you took were necessary. I came here because I didn't want to serve Azunai through war. Now that you've done your fighting, you might help me tend to its victims. I've been collecting materials from the swamp that I can use as remedies and cures. Will you help me find more?
This isn't the place I'd expect to find an Azanite. How did you get here?
I was once an apprentice alchemist. A promising one, I might add. When my father fell gravely ill, I found that none of my cures would help him. I prayed and prayed, and Azunai saved my father. Since then, I've dedicated my life to his service. Unfortunately, most Azunites seem to think that spilling blood in Jane Cassinder's name is the only true means of worship. I teach the children, and help the villagers with my remedies. It's a simple life, but better than fighting in Jane Cassinder's army.
What are you looking for? Gathering a few roots doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
If only it were that easy. I've no shortage of bog plants, but slug eggs, that's a different story. They have extraordinary healing properties. With all the bloodshed that's taken place here, the villagers have need of such aid.
I must be off. I will look for the eggs when I'm in the bog.
Thank you. And be careful out there. The slugs can be rather vicious.
The odds are against us here. You are finished!
Thank Azun. Now we have a chance. I don't know who you are, but you just walked into a frack's nest of trouble. Good thing Roderick sent you. We wouldn't have survived. You have our thanks. We should be able to make it back to the camp on our own. We'll tell Roderick what happened, but I'm sure he'll want to thank you himself.
Something dangerous is near. A nest of slugs. They are trying to protect their eggs. You may wish to breathe through your mouth. The stench here is unpleasant.
I can hardly believe it. All my men have returned, safe and sound. It may not seem like much, but believe me when I say that you've given us hope. Raised the morale of the men. Please, take these supplies. We'll say they fell off the wagon on the way to Glitterdelve. You've more than earned them.
We go our separate ways from here. Pity to see you go. The Queen could use good people like yourselves.
A pity also that my freedom was purchased in blood. The first people were only safeguarding their land. From their point of view,
That's more than enough, Phineas. I'll not hear any ungrateful talk, not in front of our benefactors.
Let him speak his mind. I admire his candor, at least.
The boy never lacked for sincerity, or nerve. Just like his father in that.
Once I've crossed the bog, what's the fastest route to Stonebridge?
On the far side of the water, you'll find an old trading road. It should bring you straight to Stonebridge.
Now that we've rescued your people, where will you go?
I'll march what forces I have to Glitterdelve. Try to get there ahead of Jane Cassinda. With these cannons, we can mount a respectable defense. We'll hold Jane's army at every gatehouse, every choke point. Keep the Queen out of enemy hands. But it's no longer a question of victory. Not with the forces I have left, and no allies to support us.
How long will it take to raise the land bridge?
not long. I begin straight away.
If our fortune holds, then Jane Cassinda will not have reached Glitterdelve. Not yet. We'll march to Queen Rosalind's side as quickly as we can. Perhaps we'll see each other again, before this war is done.
We promised you a road out of the swamp. Follow me.
We are free of the swamp, at last. And look, perhaps that road will take us to Stonebridge.
I thought I might find you here on this road. Did you think you could escape Lescanzi vengeance?
Do you want revenge? And why is that?
You slaughter us by the score, butcher us like animals, and you dare to ask why? I am Svarbog, son of Zarya the Witch, who died at your hand. You will answer for her death, and for the deaths of all my kin.
Victory!
Stonebridge. I see you are a 10th Legionnaire. I'm instructed to treat you with tepid disdain and mistrust. Your nation, faction, race, or institution has a negative history in our city. Local constables will keep you under careful observation. Please state the nature of your visit to our fair city.
There's no need for the hostility. We're here on Legion business.
The official census indicates that 0 citizens in Stonebridge are registered members of the 10th Legion. Perhaps you're in the wrong city? Regardless of your reasons, Stonebridge is open to the public. You are free to go, unless you require further assistance.
We're looking for the Grand Chapter House.
The Grand Chapter House is located on the south side of the Central Plaza. It is officially vacant, but some treasure seekers have gone inside. They have not come back out.
We'll be on our way.
Be advised, causing a disturbance may result in fines, detainment, bodily harm, or death. Enjoy your stay.
Many Legionnaires were killed in this city 30 years ago. I am not sure how they'll receive us.
We don't want any trouble with the Legion. This city's been prosperous these 30 years. We want to keep it that way.
It was a long time ago, but I wonder if anyone survived the attack on this place. They're repairing themselves. Our weapons are not strong enough to kill them. Causeway Gate, just as Odo said. Now we can bring the others here. Strange. These causeways have a quiet beauty to my eyes.
Anjali, take the causeway back to Rukenval. Tell Odo and Martin that we've reclaimed the chapter house and bring them back here.
In the old Legion, the role of Herald was an honor, especially when the news was good. I'll go at once, and I'll guide them safely back.
This place, it hasn't changed so much.
We heard rumors of a battle in the swamp. Royalists against Jane Cassinda. What news? You weren't caught up in any trouble, I hope.
The rumors of a battle were true. Most of the royal army are dead, but we met their general, a man called Devonsey.
Devonsey? You're sure that was his name?
30 years ago, Finn Devonsey was one of us. Master of the Legion chapter house in Glacier. And he called himself by a different name. A Legion name.
He called himself by another name? What was it?
Bohemond. An old and respectable name. He wasn't born to the Legion, so he took the name after he joined. My father knew him. Spoke well of him.
When the Legion was accused of murdering the king, Devonsey renounced his vows and quit the Legion. Insisted that the charges were true. Stubborn man, strong conscience, best tactical mind in the...
Devonsey has Legion blood. He might be willing to join us.
He might speak on our behalf at least. Convince the Queen that we can be trusted. If we seal an alliance with the Royal Court, we prove that Ebb has a future. People would rally behind us. Last I heard, the Queen had retreated to the Glitterdelve mine.
That's where Jane will be going too. If she gets her hands on the Queen, our war is lost.
Devonsey mentioned the Queen more than once. What's her name?
Rosalind. She'd be, what, 17 years old by now? Last of the royal line. Jane Cassinda would like nothing better than to capture the girl. With Rosalind caught or dead, resistance dries up and Stonebridge stands alone.
How do we know that the Royalists will talk to us?
We don't. They probably still believe that the Legion murdered the old king.
Odo's right. They may be wary of us, but we have truth on our side.
What's the fastest road to Glitterdelve?
Glitterdelve Mine is a long march from here, many days on foot. Take the causeway instead. The Legion had an outpost not far from the mines. Must have been a causeway there, too, and I doubt the gate was ever sealed.
We'll try to find the Royal Court, then. Is there anyone else who might join us?
The Meisters, the merchant lords of Stonebridge. They'd be powerful friends.
Friends? These people believe Jane's lies. They murdered our brothers and sisters. No reason to think they'll embrace us now.
No reason to think they won't, if we show ourselves worthy of trust. At least the Meisters could tell us if any Legionnaires survived.
Jane is probably besieging the mines by now. The Meisters can wait.
I agree. And if Jane is at Glitterdelve, we may have a chance to kill her, and finally end the war.
Up to you. Martin and I will trust in your decision, and we'll be here if you need us.
Hundreds of fires in the distance. That must be Jane's army. Do you think they can see us through the storm? I believe that answers our question. Seek cover! The Azurnite gunners have us in their sights. Move from cover to cover. If Jane's army is here, they could already be inside the mines. Victory! A cannon. Perhaps we can use it to blow open the gate. The gate is locked. These ruins are inhabited, but by whom? Look there, an old Legion outpost.
I thought you were part of Jane's advance guard. Never been happier to be wrong. We're nearly too late. The enemy will soon take the rear entrance into the mines. My men and I came here to collapse the entrance with our cannons, but were taken by surprise. I was wounded.
Do we have enough time to seal the rear entrance?
I believe so. But you'll need ammunition. We've used the ruins on this mountainside as storehouses. Take this key. Some of them are locked. Our cannons are past me, down the path, on a perch overlooking the entrance. Once you've found what you need, you can fire the cannons and collapse the entrance into the mine. If you don't, the Queen's men will be overrun.
I've passed by some of these ruins. What are they?
Old Legion watchtowers and outposts. They've seen better days, but they work well enough as shelter and storage.
I'll head to the ruins now.
Thank you. I'd go, but I don't think I have much time left. One of the ruins is down this path, past our cannons on the overlook. You walked past the other two already. We used the big one as a camp, but the Azunites seized it. You'd have to blow open the gates to get inside. Regaining control of the camp would help us hold the mountainside. But nothing is more important than collapsing the mine entrance. I wish you luck.
Those royalists are fighting well, but they need our help.
Stand your ground, men! We can't let them into the mines!
Retreat to the cave. We will bring the entrance down.
That's it! Fall back! Collapse the entrance behind us! Take them down!
That waterfall cannot be natural. From what source could its water flow at this height?
Azuni's bones, look what you done. Think you can just blow up the mountain as you please, huh? Fool soldiers, playing war games you don't understand. Always eager to tear things down. You just blew up my front door.
You mean that wall of ice? That was a door?
Yes, and a damn good one. Kept you gits off my side of the mountain.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? You all look like you stepped out of a Stonebridge parlor room. I've never seen prettier mountain men. To answer your question, I'm Ibsen Yamas IV, and this is my home. It's far from your civilized world, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
We're not from the Royalist Army, and we're not from Jane's army either.
Of course, my mistake. How could you be soldiers as heavily armed as you are? Expeditioners, mountain explorers, no doubt. To be honest, I don't care why you're here or why you think firing cannonballs is a good use of your time, as long as you stay clear of my home.
We need to find a way into the Glitterdelve mines. Do you know how to get inside?
Through this pass? There's a way, but good luck finding it. The blizzards are fierce around here. All that snow will turn an experienced mountaineer around. But I'll make you an offer. You fix my front door, and I'll show you the way.
Are you any relation to the famous Ibsen Yamas, the overseer of Glacier?
Unfortunately, yes. I've lived long enough to see everything my ancestors built come crashing down. The whole country's falling apart. I don't need any of that. Everyone tries to rebuild the old kingdom, but all they do is tear things up even more. Out here, things are simple.
Your front door was a wall of crystal and ice. How do we replace that?
This isn't just any mountain. That waterfall you just walked past. A bit peculiar to have flowing water here, don't you think? That's geomancy at work. Dwarven magic. It can do all sorts of things. In this case, it heats the rocks and stops the water from freezing, so it'll flow into the mines. Fresh water year-round. It's all part of a vast magical system, the Stone Stream. Amazing work of art. Disrupt that, and that waterfall will freeze right up and make me a new door.
All right, if that's what it takes. Then we'll do as you say.
I agree. The future of the Legion is more important than any Dwarven relic.
Good. It's hardly something to worry about, anyway. The Stone Stream's magic moves through conduits all over this mountain. 3 of them flow out to the surface in this pass. They burst out of raised holes in the ground, an odd floating line of stones. Hit them a few times and you'll collapse the opening.
How will I know that I've found these openings?
Look for cracks in the ground with a line of stones floating out of them. They'll stand out, you know, since rocks don't normally fly.
Very well. We'll return when the job is done.
I'll be here. Now, if I can avoid any more visitors, I just might salvage my day. I say this because I saw some royalists bumbling about the past like a bunch of lost cubs. Thought you might want to know. Tell you what, if you find them, feel free to bring them back. Everyone seems to need my help right now. Might as well be a gracious host. The water's still flowing. I'm a man of my word.
And keep charging. The odds are against us here. Look, stones floating in the air. That is one of the conduits we are supposed to destroy. Those men are in danger. Hurry, we can save them.
Who are you? You're not with Jane by the looks of it.
No, We are definitely not.
I'm sorry. These storms have completely turned us around, and we can hardly be expected to know friend from foe. We're grateful for your help. Do you know a way out of this pass?
There's a cave not far from here where you can take shelter.
We'll follow your lead.
You brought guests, I see. I thought you might go hunting for them. You seemed like the type.
A do-gooder?
A meddler, but at least one with good intentions. Take this for your trouble. Your sorry lot will be staying with me. When you're rested, I'll show you how to get back to your glorified cave.
What will happen to these soldiers? They still need to find a way back to Glitterdelve.
They'll be put to work. Can't expect life-saving assistance for free in this world. Don't worry, they'll make it back.
Your waterfall is frozen now.
Quite a sight, isn't it? As for our deal, here, take this stone. It's a lodestar, a very special kind of rock the dwarves discovered long ago. Certain gems will glow when a lodestar is nearby. Gives off a bright light that'll pierce even the angriest snowstorm. The dwarves placed clusters of these gems on the mountain and used them like beacons. Clever little fellows, I'll admit.
Can you point me in a direction at least?
Head west and follow the lights. You'll find your way. While you're out there, you might happen upon a cave. I'll let you in on a secret. It makes for pretty poor shelter. Swarming with Dakin wares and frost imps. Nasty place. Oh, it could be nice one day if those buggers were cleared out. Do me this favor and I'll toss a little something your way. Good luck out there. Do help yourself to that chest. I may be irritable, but I'm not ungrateful.
You won't forget this, friend. May Azunai watch over you.
Those glowing stones, they show the way forward. There must be more of them ahead. The odds are against us here. Die and be judged. cannons. If only they were closer, I would show them some fire of my own.
Dakenwares, stay calm. Don't let them surround you. How did you? No matter. Come help us. Dakenwares were an unwelcome surprise. My men fought bravely. We'll have to save the greetings for later. Follow me.
What's this? How did you get here?
Calm yourself, Phineas. Our friend here helped us seal the rear entrance. We're all thankful for your heroics in the swamp. Especially those scouts whose lives you saved. I have no doubt that you'll prove your worth again.
I don't doubt your worth. Your timing is just uncanny. No matter. Jane is doing her best to flood these mines with her men. Their numbers are great, and they've employed a fearsome creature. An old, blind, but powerful war beast. It trampled many of our men. We fell back and collapsed the main entrance, but others remain. For now, we are just trying to hold the Azunites back.
We're looking for Queen Roslyn. Where is she?
She refuses to leave her army, even now. She's as stubborn as she is brave. Listen, Queen Roslyn will want to see you. She's still in her court. Just follow the path up the well.
The well? I assume that's what we're standing in at the moment?
The deep well, actually. That's what the dwarves called it, when they were here. This chamber led to all the riches found in these mines. The wellspring of dwarven culture. The name was a mark of respect.
The Azunites are a formidable enemy. How have you fared against Jane Cassinda?
Not well. We're trying to seal all the tunnels that connect to the surface. But Jane has hundreds of soldiers, and they attack from every direction at once. It's only a matter of time before we're overrun.
I'll go and find the Queen. Good luck to you.
We'll stay here a while longer and make sure that the tunnels will hold. I'll see you at the court.
It's good to see you again. May Azunai keep you safe.
The deep well. All of this was carved by dwarven hands?
Careful. Those flare-ups will cook you alive. There won't be any more explosions like the blast of 943. The dwarves built these magic fans to keep the air clear.
Don't worry, those platforms are safer than they look. Just touch the crystal to make it move.
A rock that floats? How clever this is. No one could survive that drop. A pity.
Strange, isn't it? They call it the Stone Stream. Been here for years, and it still confuses everyone but Phineas.
I've never seen a royal court before. I'll try not to set any tapestries alight.
Her Highness is just through this passageway. Please hurry.
Is this the royal court? Hardly any tapestries at all.
I can scarce believe my eyes. Queen Rosalind, these are our friends from the swamp, the ones who helped us escape.
You!
You couldn't know them, my queen. Perhaps you saw their kinsmen in a painting, so they only seem familiar.
I saw you in the Mournweald, when you spoke to the golden-haired child. Was it only a dream, or were you really there?
I was there, and I spoke to the child, just as you say.
I've met the child before, but only in dreams. 3 nights ago, I saw him again. The child said that Jane and her army were near. That's why I told Lord Devonsey to collapse the front gate.
You said that you met the child more than once?
The first time was the night my father was killed, and we fled his court in Glayson.
It was Her Majesty's dream that led us safely here. She kept her calm. So young, but very much a queen.
Every time Jane comes close to catching us, the child warns me and we escape. It's happened twice more since Glayson.
Did the child say anything more?
Only that help was coming. 3 days after the siege began.
Jane was clever this time. She traveled only by night, and she kept her army small and silent. We would never have been ready if the Queen hadn't warned us.
Your Majesty, I was sent here to find you. The Legion seeks an alliance with the Royal Court.
An alliance? I'm not sure the Queen is ready to take such a radical step.
Am I not? My father refused to reconcile with the Legion. He kept his pride and lost himself a kingdom. If not for these Legionnaires, you would still be trapped in the swamp, and I would be at Jane Cassinder's mercy. For that alone, I trust them.
This is not a matter of trust, Your Majesty, but of appearances. The Legion murdered your grandfather.
The Legion murdered no one. You were a Legionnaire yourself. You should know.
Are you so sure you know the truth? Were you there? Were you privy to the Grand Master's council, as I was?
I'll hear no more talk of my grandfather's murder. Whatever the truth may be, these Legionnaires are our guests, and our friends.
The signal? So soon? Jane moved faster than we thought. We're not ready to repel her.
Give us your leave, and we'll help you defend this place.
A poor queen I should be if I refused the help of a friend. Lord Devonsey can tell you where you're needed most.
Jane's soldiers are pushing their way into the mining tunnels above and below us. I'd thought to collapse those tunnels more quickly, but my people are too few. We need to drive back the enemy soldiers, set black powder charges at each of the mining tunnels, and get out of the way before they collapse.
How many of your soldiers are left?
Just the few you saw in the swamp. Page boys and destitute lords, most of them.
When the tunnels are sealed, is there any other way for Jane to get inside?
Only one. A half-finished tunnel at the base of the deep well. I'd hoped to seal all the entrances but that one. Force her to attack us there. But the present circumstances may work in our favor. The lower entrance won't seem so much like an obvious trap. Assuming, of course, that we can stop her forces in the mining tunnels.
No time to waste then. I'll head for the mining tunnels.
Roderick is my officer in charge. He's probably on his way to the tunnels.